Jesus Christmas, it's cold outside.
But our takes about the Seahawks are going to be white hot. No, I don't know.
That's right.
It is.
Off to a great start, Dustin. Off to a fantastic start.
I'm sorry. It was right there, man.
It was.
Right
You couldn't avoid that no matter what you tried. So.
Yeah, Jesus.
Aren't you glad you got to know me, Dan?
That's right.
I love this show. I do. I have a love-hate relationship with this show, but mostly love. But well,
a little.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I have a gator skull for some reason. I forgot to show you guys this.
I think you showed it to me.
Did I show the gator skull?
Yeah, I think me when it was Seahawks Sessions was in its embryonic state. You might have
it's embryonic state, he says.
Wow, we had embryonic states and gator skulls. I don't know.
I mean, it's a very generic background we had too. Also, we didn't have the nice stadium background.
This was great. That first Seahawks Sessions episode, I felt so bad because my computer wasn't working and I kept spamming you. I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to make the show tonight. I'll do it on an iPad if I have to. My computer was melting down.
Technology. Welcome to the BS Express.
There we go.
You know the deal by now. Just punch your tickets.
That's right.
Who's the conductor this week? Who's the conductor? It was Stone Cold last week.
I don't know.
The cat's ready to board. I don't know about the rest of us, but the cat's ready.
All right.
Do you think Macho Man would be a good conductor?
Oh, yeah.
Well, let me tell you something. You gotta punch your tickets and you gotta sit your ass down. Why is it that I do a good Macho Man impression? Oh, that hurts my head.
I don't know, but nothing's gonna beat your Paul Bear. You blew my mind with the Paul Bear.
Oh boy. Anyway. Decent mood today.
Yeah, there you go.
Welcome to the Department of BS from the beaches of lovely. Oh my God's sakes! Shut up, Rain. From the Department of BS from the beaches of lovely Long Island, New York. This is Seahawks Sessions, the Seattle Seahawks podcast, part of the Time to BS and Bel Air Sports Media Network. I'm Dan Cruz. I'm coming to you from Long Island, New York, and all that jazz. Kevin's coming to you from the great state of Texas and Bel Air Fantasy Live. Dustin's coming to you from the capital region of Albany, New York, and no credits required. You know what to do. Follow the show, just subscribe to the show, and just do stuff and subscribe and just like, rate, and review and follow the show. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Good Pods, and Belly Up and Friends. Follow the official Time to BS Podcast Facebook page. Just search Time to BS Podcast. It's not stinking hard. And we also got a Discord page now because, we're fancy.
Because we do.
Kevin's not on there because, I don't expect Kevin to have a Discord.
No, I got to draw the line somewhere.
I mean, I'm right.
I'm on it. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. Coming to the Discord soon.
Cat's telling me to get involved, so
don't listen to the cat. We got interesting people on that Discord server.
Okay.
We do so far. And coming to the Discord server, Dustin's Jukebox. I'm going to put the playlist up there.
Okay.
There we go. Like and also, just engage in the comments and just be a nice person. Like, it's not hard. Be nice. Don't be a piece of garbage.
Everybody's going to be nice. I just have this inclination. That's what's going to happen today.
We'll also be taking comments and questions if you're joining on the live stream. And the audio version of the show will be posted in the morning, tomorrow morning on YouTube, Spotify. You get it by now, okay? It's not hard to figure out.
And go to places where you can find podcasts. It'll be there.
That's right.
Yeah, sure. Let's do that. I mean, how are you guys doing? That's just tease. How are you guys doing?
Life is good. I don't know about too many other places, but we're doing it here. So
It's cold here.
Yeah, it is cold. It is.
I got
cold.
I got my heat on full blast.
what?
And-
Okay, so what do you define as full blast?
So we have one of those stupid dial heaters
Oh, okay.
that goes from like defrost to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
It's on 5 now.
Oh, you've got it flat out. Yeah.
Okay,
Well, because in my defense,
No,
not in my defense, but like I'm a polar bear, so I love the cold. If I had the option to, I'd sleep with the windows open every night.
yeah, don't do that.
Well, I do, and it's awesome. I love doing it. I mean, the cat doesn't mind. She doesn't care. But like my fiance, she's anemic to a degree.
Oh,
So she's never too hot. She's either too hot or too cold. There's very rarely an in between. So
Okay, so you have to modify.
yeah, she cursed me out yesterday. We were like, "Why don't you ever turn the heat on?" I'm like, "Cause it gets boiling hot in here sometimes." Now it doesn't, which is weird.
Yeah, but
I don't get it.
You know, I don't know if it was like this when you both grew up. You know, if your parents were the overlords of the thermostat or whatever.
Oh yeah, they were definitely. Do not touch that, or death will ensue.
Yeah, I mean, but I will say, even on the coldest days here, and I will say there's different types of heat, right? I have forced hot air in this house, and it doesn't work as well as like radiant heat. Because my ex-girlfriend, she used to set her house, she had oil-based heat. And she was very conservative with her heat because she has to fill the oil tank, and it was expensive. So she would set it at a temperature, and she also did have a fireplace in the house. So she would set it at a temperature, and I'd be like, it's quite comfortable in here. I come home, I set it at the same temperature. My house is freezing, but even on nights like tonight, my thermostat does not go higher than 68 degrees. 68 degrees is the highest it is allowed to go. That was the way that I grew up. 68 was the max. And at night, you better be ready. My mom lowered the heat to 55.
Oh my God.
You better be.
Oh,
man,
God.
that would be you're talking about. That's just suffering right there.
That's comfortable for me.
I got to defend my mom. Defend my mom. The upstairs of the house I grew up in was always hotter than the downstairs.
Wait a minute, Kevin. You have no room to argue here. You're in Texas, good sir.
Okay.
It gets 102 degrees.
But as I pointed out prior to our engaging the show, I did grow up in northern Indiana where we got temperatures that were 10 degrees below zero.
Good point. That's a fair assessment.
And I don't know if they still do this, but we had to put something called heat into the gas tank. Otherwise, the linkage would freeze.
Oh, man.
And there was one time where I didn't do that, and I went and stepped on the gas, and it stayed on the floor.
Oh, jeez.
So I know what cold is.
Oh, yeah. No, for sure. Did either of you ever put chains on your tires?
Never had to do that.
Never had to do
that either.
Never had to do that yet. We did have so here on Long Island, every now and then we get hit with blizzards, like psycho blizzards.
Yeah, at least one every year.
So we at one point had 4 feet of snow here on Long Island. It was brutal.
Mm-hmm.
And all the roads were closed, everything was shut down. But shoveling the snow, I didn't care. I was like, cool, I'm in the cold. No big deal.
Oh, man, you really like Is winter your favorite season, Dan?
Winter and spring are my 2 favorite seasons because especially in the spring, it cools, it warms up a little bit where it's still like 50 or 45 or 60 degrees. And it's comfy.
Mm-hmm.
It's comfy there. But then, like, you get to the winter, and I'm one of those psychopaths that will walk in the middle of a blizzard. I'm just like, I don't care. I'm chilling. I'm chilling quite literally.
I don't have that anymore.
Hey, John.
How's it going, John? I'm a sweet summer child. Summer's my favorite season. I love the long days, and fall is my runner-up. I love fall.
Fall is probably my personal favorite.
Well, because for you, Kevin, it gets less oppressive. You can actually go outside.
Because, first of all, the spring, which I would enjoy, but that's when you might, open the door and there's a tornado saying hello.
Yeah, that's
so.
Oh man!
Oh, you pulled a Hulk Hogan there,
which did happen. It's happened a couple of times where we were in our bathtub.
Oh, geez, yeah, that would.
With hugging each other and blankets over us, and there was actually a tornado that was about a block and a half from here.
Man,
jeez,
yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, John grew up in North Dakota. He remembers 40 below zero, and John wins.
That's brutal.
I see the floor to John now.
Yeah, John's got us all beat, man.
Yeah, I got nothing to say. I've never been to North Dakota. I've been to South Dakota, but I've never been to North Dakota. So
wow, John, I hear a lot of cliches here in New York that North Dakota has nothing. Is that true or false? Please answer the question when you get the chance. Thanks, dude.
And I also have a question for John, because John, before you started tuning into the show, now you may have gone back and listened to some of the older episodes, but each one of us talked about our origin stories as Seahawks fans, because all of us, the common denominator is we're Seahawks fans, but none of us are from Washington. So
he's the closest one.
I know, but I'm going to say, how did you become? Because North Dakota, sometimes like people in Montana, North Dakota, they pick teams for different reasons.
The Vikings.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So how did you become a Seahawk fan, John? Put that in the chat as well, please.
That's right.
Dustin, you asked me if I do a polar bear plunge, and I said, I'm on a freaking island. Of course I do.
I know. But you left out the worst part of the joke. I said, "Are you going to drive up to Lake George to do it?" Which would be a 5-hour drive for you.
I'd take a 10-minute trip down the street.
I know.
Oh, John, how'd you become a Seahawk fan? Because you're in the North Dakota area. So how'd you become a Seahawk fan?
Yeah.
And is there anything to do up in North Dakota? Like, because we get the joke all the time that there's nothing up there. Well, and I know it's wrong.
Okay.
He was a Vikings fan when he lived there, but he moved to Seattle.
Oh, okay. So John's right in there. Yeah. He's
right there.
He's in the belly of the beast. He's doing the Blue Fridays. He's doing the whole thing. All
right. That's awesome. Love to see that.
Yeah,
that's
raising the 12 flag on the Friday and all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
I gotta get a flag. I gotta get a flag.
Yeah, 12-man flag.
I have one. It's right behind me. So
there you go. Well, you got that custom flag.
That's not fair. You got the custom flag there, Kevin.
I put a few dollars together, and there it is.
Oh, he lives in Oregon now.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay. I've been to Oregon as well.
Not a bad area. Not a bad state to live in too. And also, we got Ryan enters the room because, of course, he does. And Deez enters the room. Deez, we have a Discord server. Go find it.
I'll drop a link in the no creds one, Deez.
Yeah, there you go.
I was thinking of Ryan the other day when Atlanta and the New York Jets were on TV here, and the Jets won that game.
Yeah. Ryan was pretty pumped about that.
I wouldn't.
The only reason I'm annoyed at that game is the Falcons lost and the Rams pick gets better.
Yes, that's the thing.
That's going to get even. We're going to talk about it, of course, here in a minute. But
tease.
Yeah.
Radio tease.
That pick for the Rams should be better by Monday morning.
Hopefully, yes.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I wanted to dabble in on that. On the Rams on the wow, my brain just farted.
That's okay. Just center yourself,
Woo! It's like I'm in the Matrix now.
Oh man.
Don't do that. Don't do that. That's a bad idea.
Your rods and cones are screwed up.
No, it's just nuts and bolts. It's just nuts and bolts.
Don't try and bend spoons with your vine. You might be okay.
Well, screw me, I guess. Hey. Not that kind. Not
Phillips
that kind.
or Phillips or Flathead.
I'm taking Kevin. T20.
All right, cool.
T20 screw. It's a star bet,
That makes sense.
Do what you gotta do. I mean, it's cold, so we got the holiday, we got the Christmas seasons coming up for those who celebrate.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, someone asked me the other day, "Is like, hey Dan, you're gonna put up a Christmas tree?" I said, "No." And the question here is why? Well, there's an agent of chaos that sleeps right behind me.
Oh yeah,
I'm looking at chaos right over there. So our answer: no, we don't have a Christmas tree either.
Well, because of the cat.
Yes.
Yeah. My fiance wants to set up a Christmas tree with me eventually.
But doesn't she have cats as well?
She's got 2 cats, and one of them is a psycho.
So then you'd have Donut and the other 2 cats wreaking havoc in there
throughout the whole, the whole universe.
Yeah. Or you get a fake one and be like, all right, it's fine, and it's just there.
Now, I agreed with her about her take on sourdough from a couple of weeks ago, but I do not agree with her about this multiple cat Christmas tree situation.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, did the cats wind up in Christmas sweaters or any of that stuff?
2 of them will. Donut will not.
You said that emphatically.
I say that in confidence. I say that with confidence. My 2 gentlemen here.
Okay. Do any of the sweaters have any connection to the Seahawks?
There is a reason why Donut is called Princess Donut, the first and destroyer of worlds and consumer of catnip.
Okay.
There's a reason why she's nicknamed that. Because she's an agent of chaos.
Yeah.
Okay.
And destroys planets at will.
Okay. We've got one of those right over
there. Yeah. I don't know why.
Who has joined me on shows on occasion in the past.
Yeah, well, there was a background appearance, a quick background.
That's right,
appearance
and there's been background appearances and behinds and all kinds of other fun stuff.
Yeah,
jeez, unbelievable. We got a show to do, but
that's right. We do. That's right. So
we got stuff to talk about. Not a lot, thankfully. There's not a lot. Nice and easy, Kevin. Nice and easy.
Yeah.
I mean, when do you guys put up the Christmas tree? Are you the kind of people that put up the Christmas tree in Halloween or
no? Those people annoy me.
I'm with you, Cav. I'm with you.
I thought you would be because I know how much you like, Thanksgiving. And I'm the same way. Thanksgiving is always a great time. And it really gets when you see people putting up Christmas decorations and it's November 1st. It's like, can we let Thanksgiving be?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people don't want to embrace Thanksgiving, but that's not this house.
My fiance, she was in the bakery field for 10 years, and she, for the longest time, did not like the holiday season. And oh my God, and then now that she's been out of the bakery field for about a year plus.
Mm-hmm.
She'll go and drive around and stuff like that. Look at the holiday decorations, the Christmas decorations.
It's got to happen.
Stuff like that. And it was October 28th when she started seeing them get put up. And
she was ridiculous.
The blatant disrespect to Thanksgiving.
I appreciate. Shout out to her because I appreciate.
Shout out to Megan. Yes,
I could not agree more. And I put up the Christmas tree. I try to do it early December. That's when I try to do it. As a matter of fact, usually what I do is there's a tradition. I don't have a lot of Christmas decorations in the house, but I usually invite my sister over and my brother-in-law over and my niece and nephew, and we all decorate my tree together and we put up my holiday decorations and we watch Christmas specials, and we always order Chinese food. So that will be happening shortly. That's a tradition I've established. Used to decorate the tree with Mom every year, but when Mom passed away, I said, I got to kind of keep something going here, and Mom won't be there, but we'll make it into something cool. So that's what I've done. And but I'd like to get your thoughts about
as long as it's December.
Yeah,
I'm cool. Whenever you want to put up your Christmas tree, just if it's live, just remember to keep the water running.
Yeah,
you do. Hold on, time out there. You do Chinese food on Christmas too?
I don't do it on Christmas, but every year when I decorate
That's
my tree,
awesome. That's
every
awesome.
year when I decorate my tree, we
okay.
order Chinese
So
food.
the number one Chinese food at this festivities would be.
For me, and I get the fact that it's not Chinese food. I get the fact that it's not authentic, but I love General Tso's.
I'm the council agrees with Dustin here.
Well,
yeah.
I can't do spicy food, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, for medical reasons.
Medical, yeah. Because after my surgery, because she's from New Mexico, as we all know.
Yeah.
And New Mexico has the red and green chili, which is fabulous, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah, the Hatch green chili, I gotta try it.
In your life, wherever you're watching this from, to try some New Mexico red or green chili. Okay. So having said that, we went there, and I'm like, yeah, I'll have some. And that was a mistake.
Oh, man.
I got one. One. So my go-to Chinese food delightful dish was boneless spare ribs with shrimp fried rice.
Okay.
It was fantastic.
As long as it's something fried rice, not just fried rice.
So my dad worked in the restaurant business for a little bit. He worked in like a local diner establishment out of Nassau County in Long Island. And I remember this very clearly from the back of my head. He goes, how much leftover Chinese food do we have left? And I go, I don't know. We got lo mein. We used to go lo mein, fried rice. We got rice, spare ribs. We got stuff. And I go, I know what you're thinking. And he goes, get the eggs and get the flat skillet. I'm like, yes. So what he did was we got the electric flat skillet that it was just put on the stove.
Yeah.
We plugged it in, like cranked it up to like 350 or whatever. Threw the ribs down, like drizzle of oil, threw the ribs on, threw the rice on, threw some lo mein on, and then cracked a few eggs in there and just tossed it all up together. And it was just comfort food to it. That's my favorite dish right there. It's just comfort food. Anything to do with comfort food is like, oh, this is great.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah. Leftover Chinese food is better than leftover Thanksgiving.
I will say I agree with you.
This is the hill I will die on.
I'm on board with that sentiment.
Yep.
Okay? Especially if there are mushrooms involved.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Yes, it is. Mushrooms and green peppers. Okay.
Ooh.
Or even red peppers are even better. You can get some of those.
Ryan, where's Ryan? What's your favorite Chinese food dish? I know he's in this room somewhere.
That's right. Come on in, Ryan.
I mean, the chat's discussing cake for some reason.
Yeah, they're talking about cake.
I mean, listen, nothing wrong with that.
No.
And John already gave his score prediction for the game.
Oh my God, all of his contribution to this program.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus.
We go off the rails just a little bit. Let us get to that, okay?
Yeah. Maybe that's our cue. Maybe that's
our cue. That's right.
We preview the game. But
please, move in the general.
Oh, it's Lisa's fault. That's why it's her fault. No, you're good. Keep going. Discuss
keep going. We love it. We love the engagement in the chat, and but I don't think either of it. So when do you gentlemen? Before we get to it, when do you gentlemen put up your Christmas trees?
I have always been kind of like maybe a couple weeks, especially because I like live trees.
Yeah.
Agreed. I know it's a hassle and all that, but I think a couple weeks before Christmas, and then you let it go until after the day after New Year's, at least.
Okay.
Then you can compact the whole thing, and then you got 7,000 Christmas trees laying around for the garbage guy to come get. But
I got an idea. I got an idea you can do. You can build a fire pit.
Oh yeah, that would
build a fire pit.
I think they might have an issue with that.
That's going to take right off.
Yeah.
But down where Kevin is, it is much too dry to do that.
Yeah, there'll be a huge issue with that sort of scenario right there. So.
That's a safety hazard.
yeah. But Dan,
I may be a polar bear, but I'm also a pyrotechnic.
in an alternate universe where you could actually put up a tree because Donut would not be jumping all over it.
No.
When would you put up the tree?
Well, here's the funny thing. So I have a little pot, like a little potted like vase or whatever the hell. And I had one when I first moved in here, I had a tiny little tree in there. And it was cute. And it was a tiny tree to have moss in there and everything. I was like, oh, this is great. And it was $20 from a local flower shop. It was awesome.
Oh, there you go.
It was awesome. I had to water it. It was great. I was like, oh, it's my little tree. It's great.
Okay.
It's fantastic.
There you go.
But it was like early December, like early to mid December, I would do it.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
It's not early to mid November. We're good.
Yeah. Put some respect on Thanksgiving.
Please do that.
Please do. And also,
we're 1 week out from that, and I thought we all had a nice Thanksgiving last week. So,
yeah, we did. We did. We got a game to preview, but we will get to the preview of the game and Kevin's keys to the game and Dustin's jukebox because why not?
We do it.
But before we get to that, we got to remind you: is this show free, gentlemen?
No. That'll be a no.
Cue the music. This show ain't free, so time for some ads.
Hey everyone, it's Ryan from No Credentials Required to talk to you about one of our newest partners at Belly Up Sports, SeatGeek. Yeah, live sports is great on television, but the feeling of being at the arena is a priceless experience. That's why our friends at SeatGeek are there to help you find the best tickets at the best prices. Not only can you get tickets to sporting events, but you can also get tickets to concerts, comedy shows, musicals, and more. Search for your desired event now at SeatGeek.com, enter promo code BellyUpSports at checkout, and you save $20 off your first purchase. SeatGeek. Life's an event. We have the tickets.
That's right, peeps. Use the promo code BellyUpSports in all caps to get $20 off first purchase at SeatGeek.com or the SeatGeek app. Thanks to our friends over at SeatGeek for sponsoring this podcast and Belly Up Sports. Gentlemen, we got a game to discuss.
Yes, we do.
So, week 14 from the ATL from Hot Atlanta itself, down in the the Georgia Dome's no longer there. That's right. From the Mercedes-Benz Dome.
It's
what is that stadium?
Yeah, I think
it is a dome. I don't know if that's what they call it.
Hold on. Let's Google this.
It's Mercedes-Benz, I think, but I can't remember. I can't remember whether it's a dome or a stadium. But this
Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Okay, stadium. Okay.
Thank you, Brain. Ryan goes, "Who is that handsome-voiced man with a voice over the SeatGeek ad?"
I was gonna thank him because he's in the chat. So, and also shout out Ryan. I love that shot that you found of the comedian awkwardly rocking back and forth in front of the microphone
from Pulp Fiction. He's like, it's just delightful. It's just wonderful. Oh boy. But yeah, week 14 in Atlanta, Georgia against, I believe it's the 3-8 Falcons.
4-8.
Okay.
4-8.
Close enough. I was close enough. Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah.
The Seahawks are 9-3.
Okay.
They currently are tied for the NFC West lead, and by virtue of a three-way tie with the Bears and Rams for the number one seed in the NFC.
Right.
And if you guys are paying attention to who the heck the Bears are playing, they're playing Green Bay.
That's right.
So they're playing Green Bay, and for God's sakes, Green Bay, please win.
Yeah. Well, my brother wouldn't want to hear that, but
anyway. As for the Rams, they're in Arizona to play the Cardinals.
Yeah, there's no sense in putting any mustard behind Arizona winning that. So
chaos? Anyone order chaos?
There could be chaos this weekend, but it's not going to happen in Arizona.
Because in the defense, so the Rams, if there's one flaw to the Rams game, they play down to the competition. this season. They have. Example, Carolina.
Yes. And I could see that, but this is a divisional game. And
good point. That's a fair point.
I just don't. And I like Jacoby Brissett back there better than.
He's played better.
He has played better, and I actually advocated picking him up in fantasy a couple weeks ago. And
it's worked out for people.
Yes, and it has worked out if you needed a guy. And but to ask them to beat the Rams is a little much, I think.
We back to the Seahawks game though, because we do have some news.
Ooh,
We have reinforcements coming in on the defensive side of the ball. Julian Love and Jaron Reed are expected to play this week in Atlanta. However, Riley Mills and Derek Young are out for this game. That's it on the injury report. That's it.
But that's a lot more compressed.
Yeah.
Than it has been in recent week. So
reinforcements on the defensive side of the ball as Julian Love and Jaron Reed are expected to be back this week in Atlanta. And Kevin, where's the defensive ranking for the Seahawks now?
They are. Okay. Bust out the they are just defensively. Defensively, the Seahawks are 9th in total defense. Okay. 9th in passing defense, 18th in rushing defense, and number 4 in points allowed.
So that number is going to go up.
In points allowed?
I think in points allowed because holy crap, the Falcons are not good.
Well, here's the thing, and I don't want to jump in before Kevin's keys here, but I'm going to tell you what scared me of the rankings that Kevin just gave, and it's 18 in stopping the run.
Yeah, that's the thing, and they got 2 good running backs.
Yes, they do.
Okay, hold up.
All right.
Those are the offensive numbers. So let's pull this train off to the side before we go way off the beaten trail, because the Seahawks defense rushing is number 2 in the entire
NFL.
Okay, that's right, because I was like,
defensively, they're 6th in total defense, 11th against the pass, 2nd against the run, and 3rd in total points allowed.
Yeah, those rankings are going to go up.
I'm sorry to make people's hearts beat a little faster right here.
Jeez.
Yeah.
You just scared us.
I was afraid.
Hold on.
Starts a conversation like that. I just sat down.
There we go.
I deserve every last bit of that. So, but I think I don't want to give my keys away, but
all right.
Do you want to cue the music?
Yeah, should we start with the keys?
All right, hold on. We got music to go with this, with Kevin's keys to the game. All right, Kevin, what do you got?
So cool. Okay. So, as I mentioned, number 2 on the rushing defense, because Atlanta's player of note is still Bijan Robinson. And so it's one of those things where you talk about don't let blank beat you, whether it's football, basketball, baseball. He's the star there. And so, and he ran, even though they lost the game, he had a nice game against the Jets. And so you don't want him to get going, okay, because that could hide a lot of problems elsewhere. So you want to make sure you keep Bijan Robinson in place. And one of the things that I did uncover that's kind of concerning is even though they have a great defense, the Seahawks are number 30 against tight ends.
Yeah,
okay. And so that could bring in Mr. Kyle Pitts, one of the more frustrating fantasy players maybe ever. Okay. But he had a really nice game. He had 7 of 8 catches for 82 yards against the Jets that were all season highs for him.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you don't want that in this game. So you need to keep Mr. Bijan Robinson under control. You need to keep Kyle Pitts under control. And also on defense, you want to blitz Mr. Kirk Cousins. And like I said last week, he's a veteran. The guy last week was a rookie. But he has he can't get out of the way of the rush. He's not going to be taking the ball 5 yards, 10 yards down the field rushing. So you crush him until he can't see straight. And so those are my 3 keys. Those 3 players need to be kept under control. If they do that, Seahawks are going to win.
All right. Delightful. No, wait. Music. Shut up, music.
I was
There
gonna
we go.
say,
Buttons are weird.
They are.
Buttons are weird. But yeah, the injury report is there. Julian Love and Jaron Reed are back. Riley Mills and Derek Young are not. That's going to be Riley Mills. I'm pumped about him. I'm very excited about it if he plays this season.
Yeah. You've been high on him.
Kevin has too.
Yeah, both of you guys for as long as I can remember.
As long as he can get his cleat on the field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I this game, and it's funny because you go back to the off season when we were heading in, we did a playoff preview on this show. And I believe, if memory serves, both Kevin and I picked the Falcons to win the NFC South.
Yeah, you don't need to bring that up. Okay.
Well, I only bring it up because I often I lean on words. I get it. We all do as podcasters. We talk a lot. So we say we have certain words that are in our lexicon, if you will. There's one for you. But mercurial is a word that I at times have used to describe the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I will also use that to describe the Atlanta Falcons, because you look at this team on paper and they have talent on both sides of the ball. And you can't figure out why they're not, because some games they show up. We saw it when they beat the Bills. They beat the Bills on Monday Night Football. And then we see them not show up. They lose to the Jets, even though they were able to move the ball against the Jets. And you can't argue. I even said it to Ryan on No Creds. I said, you can't take anything away from the Jets. That was a gutsy win. But I think even he would agree that Atlanta has more pound for pound talent on that team, but they're baffling. And Raheem Morris, he's a defensive minded coach. He was brought in to shore up that defense. It has not worked.
Yeah, I will intervene for a second here because the Falcons' offensive line, Chris Lindstrom is a very good guard.
Okay.
And then they got Jake Matthews, who's still there somehow. He's still there. He's good tackle. Good left tackle.
Well, what's the name Matthews? He should be able to play football.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Is he Clay's cousin?
I don't know if there's any relation. Probably isn't.
Yeah, there is. That's Bruce's kid, right? That's gotta be.
Yeah, it might be Bruce Matthews.
I don't know.
That's
the
gotta
answer
be
to that.
Bruce
I'm just saying Matthews can play football.
Hall of Famer Bruce Matthews, by the way. And Hall of Famer Clay Matthews Sr.
Correct.
Right? Darnell Mooney, I will read the depth
Let's
chart.
not get crazy with this one.
So, I mean, Darnell Mooney, they got good weapons. Darnell Mooney, Drake London is out.
Drake London is out, and that's great news for the Seahawks.
Big news.
Great news for them because,
yeah,
it's just,
it's essentially it's Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson, Tyler Algier.
Well,
and that's it.
The whole Atlanta, like I said, offense, because they're number 9 in running the football.
Yeah, they're really good against running the football.
Okay, and that's where the Seahawks meets them force for force because they're number 2.
Yep.
And so that's why I was saying Bijan Robinson needs to be kept under control in this game.
Now, the defense for Atlanta,
okay, got that,
is they have players.
Yep.
AJ Terrell, really good corner. Really good corner. Jesse Bates, who they got from the Bengals. He's played okay with Atlanta. I don't know why he chose the Falcons, but whatever. More power to you.
Well, there's money there. That's whenever you ask a question, money is the answer.
I gotta get a money sound.
Yes, you do.
I gotta get that. Mike Hughes from they got him from the Lions. Jalon Walker for their first round pick from I believe Alabama or Georgia. One of those, Georgia. I was right. Bam.
Okay.
Points to Dan. Leonard Floyd. They got Divine Diablo at middle linebacker. I mean, other than Terrell, Bates, Walker and Diablo, and Floyd, there's really not a lot there in Atlanta. There really isn't.
Well, the one thing that they do well is defense the pass.
Because of the aforementioned Terrell.
Correct. They're 8th against the pass defensively. So if we're looking for Sam Darnold to have a bounce-back game, maybe that's not the place we need to look.
How bad are they against the run?
The run, they're 25th.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Walker, okay, can we, get some runs happening here?
Yeah.
And Mr. Charbonnet, can we get some runs happening here?
Yeah.
And
Mr. Bradford, figure out your blocking sitch if you
Oh, for God's sakes.
And I sent that to you guys in the chat about him.
Yep.
So, can you please step up and, like we said last episode, stop embarrassing me. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing is, I don't think this is a game, and pardon me if you saw a look in my eyes, I was looking it up. The Matthews family, Dan, I'm looking it up per Wikipedia. Like, they're all related to each other. Bruce Matthews, I believe, let's see, Bruce Matthews, son, and then there is a relation there between the guy on the Falcons and Bruce Matthews, and there's a Clay Matthews Jr. and Clay Matthews III, who is the one that was drafted by the Packers, et cetera, et cetera.
Also, 2009 Defensive Player of the Year.
That is correct. And yeah, so
well,
yes.
You just don't know what facts you're going to come across on this show.
Yeah,
hold on, I might fact check myself. Who was 2009 Defensive Player of the Year?
No, I think you were right. I mean, he was drafted. Hold on, he was drafted in 2009 by the Packers.
Charles Woodson, my fault.
Oh, okay, my fault. I misread it too. I'll take the fall for that too. I misread it. He was drafted by Green Bay Packers in 2009, with whom he has earned six Pro Bowl selections and a victory. Yes.
He finished second to Troy Polamalu in 2010. All right. Wow, really? He never won Defensive Player of the Year?
That's shocking to me because he burned as bright as anybody for a few years there.
Yeah, he was really good with Green Bay.
Yeah.
What are your score predictions for this one, gentlemen? Kevin, you go first.
Okay, so given what I was just talking about, that they're going to keep the Seahawks. Are going to keep the defense of. Hopefully, the defense stays on the sideline because the offense is on the field, and so I think this is one of those games where they just kind of just like the last one. So I'm going to say it's going to be Seahawks 27, Atlanta. I'll say 17.
Dustin?
Okay. I am a little, because of the way the offense performed last week against the Vikings, which the Vikings defense, credit to them, we talked about it on the postgame. They deflected a lot of Sam Darnold's passes at the line, et cetera, et cetera. The offense looked a little out of sorts last week, and it kind of scared me a little bit. While I don't think Captain Kirk is going to turn back the clock and look like Vikings era Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, where he was running. Well, what was it in Washington? You like that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
Jesus.
Yeah. Now, I don't think he's going to turn the clock back that far either, but I think you pointed it out, Kevin, and you've been on it since week one when you brought it up about George Kittle. Tight end shred the Seahawks, and I think that Kyle Pitts and Kirk Cousins are going to connect for a few plays. I will give it 21-14 Seahawks. That's what I'm going.
I'm going to go 28-13 Falcons, death by field goals.
Okay.
So the Falcons, no, 28-12. Sorry, I got the field goal score wrong.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you don't want to make it like it was yesterday where McManus kicked 5 field goals.
No, it'll be. I think they'll hold the Falcons to 4 field goals, and Seahawks score 4 touchdowns.
Okay.
28-12.
I would love that. I want a relaxing game.
I do too. We all do.
But yeah, if they can't get a couple of sacks on Kirk Cousins, then what are we doing?
Better.
I think they can feast.
They play the Falcons well.
Yeah,
they do.
So
historically speaking, they play the Falcons well. I mean, there were 2 occasions in the playoffs where they didn't play Atlanta well.
Yeah,
2016 and 12 to be exact.
That's right. When they trailed big time against Atlanta, and I pretty much gave up on them, and all of a sudden they were trailing by, what was it?
2.
Something like that, but they still lost the game.
Well, it's because Pete went for that field goal right before the half. If I'm thinking about the right game, and it was I don't know.
John has a score already in the chat because
he had it early.
Yeah, he did. But I think they're gonna do. Hard to tell because obviously we don't play the game and we don't prepare with the game. We don't coach.
Yeah.
So we're just fans. Let's be honest here.
We do a little more than fans. Okay. We put some preparation into this.
We do.
And
we do.
Because when I'm talking about stuff, I like to know a little bit, hopefully, about what I'm saying. And
we try.
I'm
looking at this. They have the Seahawks as a 7-point favorite. I think that's
too low,
big time.
That's too low.
They're going to cover that, and the over/under is 44.5. I'd go under on that.
I have a question for you guys before we get to Dustin's Jukebox.
Sure.
Because, the Seahawks are in a 3-way tie for the 1 seed in the NFC. I mean, Chicago might be legit.
Yeah.
We'll find out a little bit more this weekend.
Chicago might be legit. I'm still not 100% sold on the Rams. I'm sold on us.
Yeah.
Because at the same point with LA, I mean, Stafford's great. He's having a great year.
Yeah,
that can't be disputed.
Year. Exceptional, not great. Exceptional.
Yeah, he's playing like the league MVP right now, that can't be disputed right now. The rest
Even
of the
after
team,
that last game, that's still the case.
The rest of the team is hit or miss to me. And I keep my eye on the Rams. I do. I keep my eye on the Rams. Like, I'm not just saying because, I'm a Seahawks fan or whatever, but I keep my eye on them. I keep my eye on the 2 more notable divisional opponents being the 49ers and the Rams.
Of course.
I do. The Niners scare me more than the Rams.
If they ever get their health back.
If a
healthy
Niners
know if they ever will.
Yes, John makes a good point. The Niners are the true enemy. San Francisco, when healthy, scares me more than the Rams.
Yeah. Well, the only reason why I wouldn't go that far is because Purdy is not nearly the quarterback that Matthew Stafford is.
Right now, you're right.
Yeah,
that's true.
Close.
And also, I don't know about you two, but I would give the edge in coaching to the Rams as well.
Absolutely.
Yes, correct.
Because I think Sean McVay is a better coach than Kyle Shanahan, and I think Sean McVay does better. It's a cliche argument, but Sean McVay does better with clock management and situational game management. Kyle Shanahan, those are areas where he struggles. He's a great coach.
Yeah.
He's a great offensive mind, but he struggles.
I agree with that to an extent, but if we're talking about, I know that Rabel has Coach of the Year sewn up.
Yeah, pretty much.
There's no. Anybody want to get in the chat and dispute that? I didn't think there would be.
I mean,
I would put Kyle Shanahan right up there with him because all the injuries, they have 9 wins.
Yeah, you got to put them. And I would say, Kevin, I mean, I don't know. I mean, we've talked about the job that Mike McDonald's done, but I would say that DeMeco Ryans, if the Texans turn this around and make the playoffs, DeMeco Ryans has a shot as well because that defense is so good.
Especially, it's a good thing that the Seahawks are not playing them now.
Yeah.
Because they had a great defense even back when they did play them. And but their offense was non-existent.
Yeah,
and we saw that when the Seahawks beat them. And And Stroud, we've talked about him. He looked better.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
And that was good for them because as I talked about the backup who looked outstanding.
Yeah, Davis Mills.
He played 3 games, and once you play 3 games, you're exposed to me as a backup. So getting C.J. Stroud back in that helps to me. The Texans I would not be surprised at all if they beat the Chiefs in Kansas City. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I wouldn't be surprised because they've held the Colts, which the Seahawks play next
week. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. The Texans were the first team to hold them to 20 points or less.
That's scary.
All season.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think he's another one. If the Texans can complete this and make the playoffs, then he's got a shot at Coach of the Year as well.
But the point of the question was, like, out of the 3 teams that have a 3-way tie for the NFC lead, which of them scares you more?
It's got to be the Rams.
If you weren't a Seahawk fan,
if I weren't a Seahawk fan, well, I would say I'm trying to be completely, what's the word? Objective. Thank you very much. Because that Rams game is where I'm trying to come from right here. They turned the ball over 4 times, and we're still in the game on the road.
Yes. Yeah. Correct.
Yeah. So I think the Seahawks are the most complete team out of all of these guys.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all there right there for them.
Yeah.
The Rams opened the door last weekend. And so now if the Seahawks take care of business, they're going to have the number 1 seed in the NFL or NFC.
Yeah, in the NFC, yeah.
And,
thanks, Carolina, by the way.
The plus 550 bet before the season began of, division, winning the division, looks pretty solid.
And they got a shot.
Mm-hmm.
They got a shot.
Better than a shot.
They have a legitimate shot
to
get the 1 seed.
They do. And it's right there for them. And as much, my brother's a Bears guy because, like I said, we grew up, and I did not get converted to that. But they still have to prove to me that they are legitimate. And we're going to find out this weekend a little more about them.
Well, if we look at the Rams' schedule, they're in Arizona, and then they play Detroit next week.
Yeah.
Detroit's going to fight them.
Oh, yeah. Detroit rebounded last night. Big time.
Detroit's going to fight them.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this about the game last night, because have you ever seen a player get 43 yards rushing but 3 touchdowns?
No.
Never in my life.
Wow.
That was, you know what that was almost like? It was like that Travis Kelce game from a couple of years ago.
That's right. Where he had 3 touchdowns and it was like 5 yards or something.
Yes. That was kind of what that was like.
And then it's the showdown on Thursday Night Football so Seahawks play the Colts next week.
Right.
And then the Rams play Detroit. And then they meet each other for Thursday Night Football.
Thursday, and then of course the last game is against the 49ers.
And then the Rams are in Atlanta the following week for Monday Night Football. And then they're home against the Cardinals to close out the season.
Right. That's a layup for them.
The West could be decided.
That's a layup.
The West could be decided in the next 3 weeks.
That Thursday night game is going to be. That's going
to decide it.
And the only thing that scares me more about the 49ers is because A, it's on the road, and B, they should be at least more healthy than they are now.
Yeah,
they probably will be. But to go back to your question, Dan, I am really struggling because, yes, I want to give our Seahawks credit that they deserve, right? And I really believe in the defense. What scares me about the Seahawks is that no-show against the Vikings team last week. There's a couple times where the Seahawks, even when their offense is clicking, they start out strong and then they take their foot off the gas a little bit. At least that's how it seems to me. They're still trying to figure things out. But the thing I'll say about the Bears it's easy to dismiss the Bears because nobody expected this from the Bears, especially after their 0-2 start, whatever they had. But what has flipped now is everybody made a big deal about Sonic and Knuckles in Detroit. What do the Bears have right now? They have They have their own version of Sonic and Knuckles. They have a defensive player, Montez Sweat, who's been playing out of his mind. They also have Ben Johnson, who has this Bears team believing in him and rallying around him, and they're starting to figure it out, and they're starting to figure out how to win some close games, despite the fact that they are sometimes the most roller coastery team in the NFL, I would say. So I wouldn't sleep on the Bears, but it is so hard for me to discount the Rams, even though they dropped one against Carolina. Carolina is not a pushover this year.
We're going to find that out because we still got I
do it too.
Yeah, because the Seahawks still have to play Carolina.
In Charlotte.
Yeah.
No, I thought they played them at home.
No, they're in Charlotte.
No, in Charlotte. Okay, so that's even. We sit there and talk about the Rams loss.
Yeah.
Carolina's no pushover.
No, and they're like Atlanta a little bit where they'll beat.
I don't know. I mean, the Panthers are a better team, though.
They are, but they're also a team that could play somebody and lose 30-0.
Good point. Yeah. Anyway, we got Dustin's Jukebox to go to before we go off track for 45 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, boy. Dustin, cue the music.
All right. I've got a pick tonight, as I always do. And, last week, for a couple weeks in a row, I kind of went with nostalgic picks. I went with Cyndi Lauper, Time After Time, classic tune from my youth, and it's one of the best written songs. I love that song. Listen to it, it'll make you cry. The week before that, I went with Fleetwood Mac. I went with Everywhere, because that's a nostalgic pick. It reminds me of my youth, even though I'm not the biggest fan of Fleetwood Mac, because Stevie Nicks' vocal, it's just not for me. I'm sorry. But this week, I'm going totally with a mood pick, and I'm also going to relate it back to the show. Now, the Silver Sun Pickups are a band that I listened to. Their first couple albums I really listened to. This is probably about 2006-ish, 2007. I discovered this band, and I started listening to them, and I really, really, really liked the band. And then I just kind of fell off a little bit. Well, the beauty of streaming services now, streaming services have changed music in ways that we've talked about it on the show. Attention spans are shortening. Songs are being written differently so that people can jump into the choruses earlier, because if you don't play the song for at least 30 seconds, you don't get a royalty from the stream, etc., etc. We've talked about this at times. But one of the positive impacts that streaming music has a streaming service has given, at least to me, is one, playlists like we're doing here, because I'll be able to share this playlist when I actually compile it. And then also, you get notifications when a band that you have in your library has new music coming out. And Silver Sun Pickups has a new album coming out in February. They released a single from this album this week. And as a result of that, it jogged my memory about Silver Sun Pickups. And the song that I'm picking for this week is off one of their earlier albums. Like I said, I think it came out in 2006. The song is called The Panic Switch. And it's hopefully what we're not going to hit after watching the Atlanta game. Panic Switch is a classic tune. Go check it out. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Silver Sun Pickups, Panic Switch. That's the tune for this week.
All right. All muted. There we go. I was like, why am I quiet? Power of the Roadcaster, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we got some stuff. We got two more topics before we get to, and then BS of the week.
Okay.
But, ladies and gentlemen, we know the deal by now.
The show's not free.
Yeah, show ain't free. Hold on. This show ain't free. So time for some ads.
Righteous Felon Craft Jerky is the official jerky of Belly Up Sports. For over a decade, Righteous Felon Craft Jerky has led the American meat snack revolution by concocting delicious, adventurous, U.S.-sourced jerky recipes for uncompromising carnivores across the country. With 15 different flavors to choose from, Righteous Felon has all jerky lovers covered, and by using promo code BELLYUP, you will get 15% off your purchase at RighteousFelon.com. Do your taste buds a favor today and rip into a bag of Righteous Felon jerky.
That's right, peeps. Promo code BELLYUP in all caps for 15% off your order of Righteous Felon beef jerky flavors at RighteousFelon.com. Thanks to our friends of Righteous Felon Beef Jerky for sponsoring this podcast and Belly Up Sports Media Network. Oh, boy. You know what this Raiders season has me feeling, guys?
Vindication.
No. Vindication
Here we go.
Again.
Here we go.
I mean, it's just,
we gotta call this segment Dan's victory lap, because that's
well.
Oh my god,
there might be even a bigger victory lap coming.
Okay, so one of my dear friends, John, who was a former member of the Department of BS, because he and I did Time to BS for a hot minute together, and for the better part of 2 years that he did it with me, I told him multiple occasions how I wanted Pete Carroll fired. And now Raiders Twitter is on my back. Oh my God.
They're
do yourself a favor.
huh?
No, they're
they
in support
got
of
you.
me.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay,
They
so on
agree.
your back means the exact opposite of that, just so you know.
Okay, good point. Yeah, thank you for fixing my brain. And
I'm here to help. So.
yeah, there you go. So Raiders Twitter, if you want to laugh, just look at Pete Carroll press conferences on Twitter.
Oh, no.
Read the comments.
Oh man, that's not.
They are a gold mine. It's a gold mine, an absolute gold mine. They all say the same thing. Like, Pete doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know what he's doing anymore. He still thinks he's in 1995. It's like, Pete Carroll, this is the Raiders, not the 2013 Seahawks. Or Geno Smith's your quarterback, not Matt Leinart. Like, that's funny.
Geno tied for the league lead in interceptions with Tua Tagovailoa.
Tua turned the ball over.
Yeah.
I think that Tua probably has a few more TDs than Geno does.
Probably does, yeah.
But we talked last week, the Raiders fired Chip Kelly as offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
And then Brendan and Nate Carroll, his sons, are still employed. Okay? So they're not great. The Raiders aren't great. And the worst part is they're stuck with Pete for the next year or two.
Well, that's what happens. You put the guy's signature on a piece of paper, then you got to live with it. Just like LSU is going to have to live with $58 million or whatever it is they have to pay.
They can't fire him. They're not going to fire him. They're not. And we'll talk about the next topic on BS of the week. But the reason why they can't fire him is not because of the fact he's Pete Carroll. It's because the Raiders owe too much money. They owe too much money between John Gruden, Josh McDaniels, and Antonio Pierce.
Yeah. Those four coaches right there, they'll be paying to what, 2047 or something?
3.
Okay.
Math.
Okay.
Hey,
math was not my
strong point.
math was not. I'm in the ditch when it comes to math. So
yeah.
Oh boy. Anyway, I mean, it's funny because I see all these comments. I can't help but screenshot them and laugh.
Oh
It's funny
man,
to me. It's funny to me.
I'm like you, Dustin. I have not been on Pete Carroll's back near as much as you over there. Okay.
In my
And
corner.
I thought when they signed him, and I thought, well, I hate the Raiders with every fiber of my being, but I thought, well, this might work out.
Yeah.
I thought they wouldn't be as awful as this.
No, I did not see this coming. I'm notorious for saying that he would raise the bar there if they could buy in and everything, because he can motivate players still, and I mean, they've got some talent there. They got Brock Bowers. He's a number 1 wide receiver in a tight end's body. They got Ashton Jeanty, who I think will be
his biggest, to me, detraction from himself. They hadn't got Ashton Jeanty nearly involved as they should.
Yeah, well, and I think part of it is that Raider offensive line. It's shades of the Seahawks issues with offensive line with his tenure there. So that's a tough one. But I feel that they have Max Crosby. I mean, do you think Max Crosby's going to want to stay for another season like this?
I doubt it.
The Seahawks did.
He's already was rumored to be traded before the trade deadline.
Yeah, and the Seahawks did inquire about Max Crosby, and we're told,
why wouldn't you?
Kick rocks. Yeah. So.
I mean, it's so. Oh my God. Somehow Gen Z just discovered rumors, even though half of their parents listened to the CD in their car without them even knowing it. So much shade thrown at each other by Lindsay and Stevie.
That is true. They were
well done, Ryan.
They were writing about each other, and there's a lot. I know I'm in the minority in my thoughts on Fleetwood Mac, and I will not. Their musicianship is top notch. Thanks for letting it slide, D's. And John saying Rumors was very good, and he starts naming some songs from, some lyrics. Gold Dust Woman. Now, don't hate me, John, because it hurts for me to praise this person, but you know who did an excellent cover of Gold Dust Woman by Fleetwood Mac is Courtney Love and Hole. It's on a 90s movie soundtrack. I think it's on the Crow soundtrack. Go look up that cover and let me know what you think of it. You may dislike me more after hearing it, but for my money, it's a good cover. Oh man.
Oh boy. So, you guys ready to get to BS of the week?
Bring it.
Sure.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as we say, cue the music. This week's edition of BS of the week, we go to Pittsburgh.
Oh, I knew this was coming.
Mike Tomlin and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Okay.
Oh, man.
Try your hardest, ladies and gentlemen.
I have a solution to this.
To convince me to go against my belief that Mike Tomlin needs to be fired.
I'm not going to do that. Not going to do that.
I'm not going to disagree with you. I'm not going to disagree with you because over the past few years, what did we always throw shade, and we'll always do it because former Rams coaches, Jeff Fisher, his nickname was Mr. 8 and 9 or Mr. 8 and 8 or Mr. 9 and 8, whatever. Tomlin's in that same boat.
Oh my God, it's funny.
For the last few seasons, that's all they've ever been. I mean, remember the infamous press conference where they started, what did they start? 0-5 or something. And then Mike Tomlin had that press conference. He said, we're going to unleash hell. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And they clawed their way back to finish 500. But I'll tell you what 500 gets you in the NFL. It gets you purgatory. That's what they're in right now. Now, but as we've discussed ad nauseum, the Steelers will not fire him. And I'm not going to defend Tomlin in Pittsburgh, Dan, but what I will counter with, if you fire Tomlin, who is the coach that you go out and hire?
I have the solution.
Oh yeah, hold on. We got to ask Uncle Jerry Jones for his Jerry Jones sounds of Christmas. What's Jerry Jones' favorite Christmas tunes?
Well, what it is it's "Oh Christmas Tree, oh Christmas Tree, How lovely are thy branches. You know, I first sang that song when it was me and Jimmy Johnson and he said, "Let's go out and sing some carols for the lovely people of Arkansas." And that's what we did. And you know, and Jimmy, I didn't know this about Jimmy, but he can speak German. He surprised me. He's out there saying, "Oh, Tannenbaum." And I looked at him and I said, "Is that some kind of skincare product?"
Oh, Jesus. That might be my favorite one I've ever heard. That may be my favorite. It's almost broke Kevin. Kevin's red.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, God. That was wonderful, Dustin.
That was spot on right there.
Oh, boy. So, anyway, Dustin, oh, Jesus. Kevin.
Okay,
Kevin,
so you want to hear the solution to this whole problem?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so the solution is, because we know that Mr. Harbaugh is not in very good standing either in Baltimore.
Yeah,
right?
Good point.
Okay, so what you do is you trade Mike Tomlin for Harbaugh, have them change teams, and that solves all the problems right there.
Huh?
I don't. Yeah. So Kevin, are you? And I'll let you explain yourself. But are you arguing that Tomlin would improve Baltimore's defense, and that Harbaugh would improve Pittsburgh's offense, and maybe, I don't know, maybe draft a QB and get rid of Aaron Rodgers?
Well, Aaron Rodgers needs to be gotten rid of. Okay, but as we talk about this all day long, their problem is they'll never be low enough to draft Pittsburgh. I mean, to draft a quarterback worth anything. And but I'm just talking about how you got two coaches, and these guys, to say what you will, are both quality coaches. Yeah, I think they've both been there where they are too long. Their voices have gone stale. And so you just trade the two guys for, each other. They don't have to move their houses or any of that very far. And then just take it from there. And so, because you have Harbaugh could walk into the Pittsburgh locker room and people, because they played him, they know. Yeah. And that would be instant respect. And the same thing, Mike Tomlin walks into the Baltimore locker room, there would be respect there. So let's get this done.
My gripe with Tomlin has been going back for quite a while. I've called Mike Tomlin a fraud of a coach.
I would not go that far.
No.
Well, I've gotten screamed at, and deservedly so. I will quote people that have said, Dan, why would you want to fire Mike Tomlin? He's a great coach. He's never had a losing season.
Yeah, but
that was always my defense, and you turned me around on that.
And that's the constant excuse. Now, one thing that I like to do is I like to pay attention to details.
Okay, that's always a good thing to do.
Mike Tomlin has won 2 playoff games since 2016.
Yeah, it's a long time.
That's it.
Yeah.
The Pittsburgh Steelers have made the playoffs 6 times since 2017. One time as a number 2 seed where they lost to Jacksonville.
Yeah.
And then they've lost in the first round, I believe, each of the last 5 years. Or the last 5 times they made the playoffs. Someone fact check me on this. Ryan, where are you?
Ryan, bring it.
But my point is that even though Pittsburgh makes the playoffs, good for them. That's awesome.
Yeah. That goes back to, what is your bottom line?
What's the point here? Because you consistently are a revolving door. And then what really has brought on this argument is one Marcus Spears of ESPN. Because he said Pittsburgh was exposed in Buffalo for not having a dominant defense. And it was exposed. It was exposed because Pittsburgh has TJ Watt, a shell of Cam Hayward, and that's it. That's it. Yeah, they got Minka Fitzpatrick and Patrick Queen. Okay. They're still terrible on defense.
Yeah, they're not performing well. They played better.
No.
They played better the last couple of weeks, but they are not. No, they're not playing well.
They're not playing well at all. And the offense has gotten worse. Worse. And the worst part about this whole thing is they could still very well win the AFC North.
They could.
And it's infuriating.
You win 8 games, you're winning the NFC North.
Because
AFC North, I'm sorry.
Mike Tomlin has been exposed and has been caught off guard by the fact that his teams, each of the last 7 years, have not done well to their expectations. Okay?
Yeah.
They've consistently failed to replace Ben Roethlisberger, the greatest quarterback that franchise has ever had. Okay, say what you want with Terry Bradshaw, but regardless, like you failed.
Yeah.
You failed to replace Ben Roethlisberger with Kenny Pickett, who you drafted in the first round, a perennial journeyman backup.
Yeah.
Mason Rudolph and Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
And Justin Fields and Russell Wilson too, but we don't talk about that. But like it's one of those things where you throw your hands in the air as a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. You go, guys, what are we doing? Because you're wasting TJ Watt's Hall of Fame career.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I'm shocked he's requested a trade.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
Kevin,
you want to give a big, huge. This is failing great.
Yeah.
To the Pittsburgh Steelers. Listen to this. I did not realize this because I'm looking at their playoff history.
Yeah, I was pulling up the same
2017,
stuff.
They played the Jacksonville Jaguars at home, and they gave up 45 points.
Yeah.
Then in 2020, they played the Cleveland Browns at home. They gave up 48 points. Then in 2021, they played at Kansas City and gave up 42 points. Then in 2023, they played at Buffalo, gave up 31 points. Then last year, they played at Baltimore, and they gave up 28 points. This is supposed to be a defensive franchise, and you're telling me that the fewest points they gave up in the playoffs is 28?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
my point.
Somebody needs to be held accountable for this.
And they won't because Pittsburgh doesn't fire coaches.
They don't. They never do. And I was going to make the same argument, but with different numbers, Kevin. But you hit it out of the park. But here's their last couple playoff losses. Okay, 2017 they went to the AFC Championship and they lost to the Patriots. Okay,
yeah, that game was over by the first quarter.
But after that, it's 2018 AFC Divisional. And then every other appearance after that, 2021, wild card, 2022, wild card, 2024, wild card, 2025, wild card. They have not finished any further than the wild card round the last 1, 2, 3, 4 times they've made the playoffs.
Yep. Yeah. And you know what they're going to do? Mike Tomlin, the walking cliche he is, he's going to go, oh, we didn't get enough splash plays. We didn't do this. We didn't do that. We got to make our execution well. I was like, shut up.
How many splash plays do you have to beat a team that you scored 48 points against you?
Yeah.
And then this would be more acceptable.
Okay, and this is going to stop this argument right here because against Jacksonville, they scored 42 points. You should win the game when you score 42 points.
Yeah.
The next year against Cleveland, they scored 37 points.
Yeah,
and didn't win.
Could have won that one too.
And after that, then their offense went straight down in the can because they scored 21 to Kansas City, 17 to Buffalo, and only 14 to Baltimore.
Yeah.
So the defense was not good. The offense went and pulled a complete disappearing act.
Well, and Dan, I want to get your thoughts, Dan, because I heard a take. This brings to mind a take years ago that I heard from Colin Cowherd, who I don't always agree with, but he was saying this in reference to, ironically enough, Pete Carroll, defensive-minded head coach, right? He said, in his opinion, defensive-minded head coaches, they don't value the quarterback position and offenses enough because they feel that they can build a defense that can overcome that, and they can just kind of piece together the offense. Now, like I said, I don't always agree with his takes, but if you gave the quarterbacks that Tomlin has tried to replace Ben Roethlisberger with, do you agree with Cowherd's take from years ago there? Because Tomlin is a defensive-minded head coach.
Okay. Then explain why the defenses have gotten worse then.
Well, that's the thing, but I'm not even trying to argue that point. I'm saying what Cowherd was saying is because Tomlin is defensive-minded, he doesn't care about the offense. He thinks he can piece it together with offense because he thinks his defense is going to be good. So at quarterback, they try to bring in people like Kenny Pickett. And an aging Aaron Rodgers. They don't draft a quarterback of the future because they don't value the position enough because they think their defense is going to be good enough.
Dees makes a good point in the chat.
Yeah.
Our resident Crimson Tide fan. Explain Nick Saban then.
Yeah.
Nick Saban adapted into from a great defensive coach to a hybrid of a great coach.
Mm-hmm.
He adapted to a hybrid.
He pointed out that he did that at Alabama.
He did it at Alabama.
Miami, it was an abject disaster area.
Oh, yeah.
Well, to be fair, it was the Dolphins, but that's beside the point. Like, he did this at Alabama.
Yeah.
He did it with Bama. Like, I get the whole argument of, like, okay, explain, what he couldn't do with the Dolphins. Okay, fill in the blanks there. But it's, I don't know, it's one of those great mysteries of, like, why won't they just fire him, man?
Yeah, but they're
not
going to.
Especially this past weekend when they had their own fans at the game chanting "Fire
Tomlin." Yeah, that's impressive.
If
well,
the
it worked
fans
for the Mavs.
If the fans are revolting, where else? Where else are you going to turn?
Yeah. It worked for the Mavs.
Well,
they were chanting "Fire Nico" for like a year.
They were saying that the Sunday after this whole thing started happening.
Yeah. But no, I'm with you, Dan. I'm not going to try to defend it. I think he should go.
Because like I said, what was that when we last week or week before? I forget that you turned me around on this.
Yeah,
because I was one of those ones that how do you fire a coach that's never had a losing season? Then is that your bar?
Yeah. Is that as far as you're willing to go? Now, in my opinion, because I brought it up on No Creds and also this show weeks ago, and if we're going to talk about Mike Tomlin needs to go, you hit the other coach, Kevin, that it's time for John Harbaugh well.
It is because we've seen Lamar Jackson, disintegrate before our eyes.
Turn into a pumpkin.
Yeah. And John, now they've gotten further than the Steelers have in the playoffs.
Okay.
Not really.
At times,
not really.
No. Because they've lost games they should not have at home.
The Chiefs AFC title game.
Yes.
Perfect example.
That's what I was going to say, though. I said, yes, they got to the AFC title game, but the thing is, inexplicably, John Harbaugh decides to change the game plan from what brought them there, and they don't run Derrick Henry in that game at all in the second half. They changed their whole approach. And John Harbaugh, the last few years, has had his teams ill prepared to play in the playoffs. Call it what it is. They're not ready. He makes weird decisions. It's strange. It's strange.
You're not wrong. But you're starting to see the new era of coaches where they're not just all around great defensive coaches or all around great offensive coaches. They're like, okay, the X's and O's of football are starting to come back.
Yeah.
And it's great to see.
That's right. And that's, we could put, the Seattle head coach, because he knows his limitations.
McVay too.
Yeah, McVay does.
Yeah. And so he brings in Kubiak.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, let's go to the paper. Seahawks offense is number 4 in the entire NFL in points.
Yep.
Yeah. There you go.
Yep.
And that's an example of a coach willing to say, you know what? This is not my forte. I'm going to bring the guy in, and it's working.
Yeah. And as Dan said, McVay does it with the Rams too, because he brought in Raheem Morris as his DC before he was head coach of the Falcons, and now he's brought in Chris Shula's done a job.
Chris Shula might get a head coaching job down the road.
He might.
He has a very good shot.
Yeah.
Well, also it helps because he's a Shula, but
Well, yeah, you got the name, so. But that's a great point, Kevin. You got it, and you're right, Dan. I think coaches. I think some new head coaches are setting their egos aside a little bit, and they're saying, all right, I got to get like some strong coordinators in here. Or in the case of, I applaud the Seahawks last year because they knew Mike McDonald, a young first-time head coach. They brought in Leslie Frazier as associate head coach.
Yeah.
Leslie Frazier has a lot of experience. So
Great experience.
That's the one thing that you can't teach is experience.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't care how great of mind you have. And
whoa.
Yeah, it was a little robot-y there for a second.
It just turned to the Matrix there.
Okay. Because one of my favorite movies of all time is Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan.
Yes.
Okay. And then Spock said in that movie about Khan that he's very intelligent, but he lacks experience. And so what happened? He lost.
Yep.
Right. I'm with you there.
So that's what I'm saying. You cannot teach experience. They have to learn it. And so if you can't know what you're doing right out of the gate, you bring in somebody that does know.
Yeah.
And Donald has done that. And so, you talk about a guy that should be, on the short list of coach of the year. McDonald needs some votes in that as well. He's not going to win it.
No, he won't win. No.
Especially if he winds up with the number 1 seed in the NFC.
Oh, yeah.
So
he's going to get votes, but not a lot, unfortunately.
No,
Ben
and I'm not
Johnson
saying
might
that
get
he
some
should
votes.
win, but he should be in the running because, let's face it, all but us 3 thought the Seahawks would win 5 games this year.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
we
we're
totally, yeah.
Or here's another idea that's going to be very controversial. You could shut the fuck up.
And that's exactly what we were saying to the national media.
Yeah.
Right? Did we not say that to the national media? Pretty much, shut it.
Mm-hmm.
Who the f
Okay.
starts a conversation like that? I just sat down.
Why?
So,
Because
That's
why.
wow.
You got the soundboard going into high alert there, right?
I took it personally, damn it.
Yes, you did.
I'm like Michael Jordan. Like Michael Jordan. And I took that personally.
Yeah. That's what the name of The Last Stand should have been changed to. I took that personally.
Because he did.
Yeah,
Michael Jordan's
everything.
massive ego took it personally.
He
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
When he
You know
talked
what?
his little Hall of Fame speech and he talked about Brian Russell,
Oh, yeah.
I had to shut it off, man, because
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
You pushed off, so shut it.
Oh, man.
Salty from 1995 and 96.
Yeah, but Jordan's the MVP of that. He invited the person to his Hall of Fame speech. He invited the person who made the high school basketball team instead of Michael Jordan. He invited that person to his Hall of Fame speech. That's the level Michael Jordan is on. That's some petty Betty stuff. right there. But
wow.
but this is why. So I got to bring it back just a little bit. If we are all set with BS of the week, I teased in the Patreon exclusive OnlyFans green room that I had something I wanted to discuss with you, gentlemen, and you hit the nail on the head inadvertently, Kevin. You referenced a movie. You referenced Wrath of Khan. At the beginning of the show, at the beginning in the pre-show, I said I wanted to discuss something from Thanksgiving that was either in the realm of comics, cars, or movies. We're movies. Okay. This might bring some controversy, but over the Thanksgiving break, my sister and I and my brother-in-law, the people I spent Thanksgiving with, we started the Harry Potter movies last Thanksgiving.
Oh, boy.
Oh, here we go.
We watched 2 of them. We decided this Thanksgiving, okay, let's watch 2 more. And let me preface this. I loved Game of Thrones. I loved The Lord of the Rings. I read fantasy novels growing up. I like sci-fi. I like all that stuff.
Is this why I know where this is going?
The Harry Potter movies, I don't get it, man. And I'm wondering because is it a generational thing? Because I'm sitting here, I'm making fun of Rupert Grint. He does one face. It's the Ron Weasley face. If you Google it, that's his acting range. And I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, what am I missing about these movies? Because there are so many people that love these movies and books. Is it a generational thing?
I can defend it.
Okay.
I will say the first 4 films, Sorcerer's Stone, Chamber of Secrets, Prisoner of Azkaban, Goblet of Fire, all great. Okay. They're all great. I mean, I will defend the first 2 because those are the best. And it was at the time that they were released. Now, to be fair, the fan base did have a lot to do with it because of the books.
Yeah.
The books had a lot to do with it. And because they took you into that world of Harry Potter. Where the films started to deteriorate from the books was after Goblet of Fire. Then everything started to go super duper dark and they got lazy. Where Lord of the Rings got it right is, you can make fun of Lord of the Rings all they want. They're just walking. But whatever. But the attention to detail, the acting wasn't super cheesy. All the characters were memorable.
Mm-hmm.
All the fights were memorable. All the evil characters were memorable. I still go to a fly and I quote Saruman. I go, "So you have chosen death." And I still do that. Yeah. I still do that to a stupid fly. I have a little fly song. I go, "So you have chosen death." And it's fantastic.
It is. Like, even when Kevin arrived to get ready for the show, I quoted Lord of the Rings. A wizard is never late nor early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
Yes. Like, and you can argue Star Wars is in that boat too, because Star Wars does have some very memorable moments. And by the way, for the 50th anniversary next in 2027, they're releasing A New Hope in theaters in February of 2027 for the 50th anniversary.
I will be there. I will be there.
Well,
I will not.
Okay. All right.
But I was at the 25th.
Okay.
Fair. And I was not blown away by the first Star Wars. I was not. Okay.
Well, also the first Star. Oh, we're my wheelhouse today, lads.
Well, see, this is why I wanted to ask because, and you both hit the nail on the head again. Thank you.
Star Wars: A New Hope is technically a low budget film.
Yeah.
The first film was a very low budget film.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was a $300 million budget. No, that can't be right. Hold on.
That cannot be right.
No,
1978.
That math. But and that's my point because I am a huge Star Wars fan. Okay,
$11 million was the budget. which was considering the time.
Yeah.
It was a low budget film, and you can make a very good argument is the greatest low budget film ever made. Now they pivoted very well, and Empire Strikes Back, best of the franchise.
Yes,
I would agree.
Not even close. In my personal opinion, it's Empire Strikes Back and number 2, Revenge of the Sith. That's just my personal opinion. Or Return of the Jedi. One of those two.
Return of the Jedi, clearly. I mean,
okay, very good argument.
After the first 3 movies, Star Trek went straight in the can and never got out of it.
I mean, Dees makes a good point. Back to Lord of the Rings, Tolkien was a genius.
Yeah, I would agree.
Tolkien was a genius. I mean, the Hobbit franchise, you could put that in his own echelon of greatness too. But if you had no familiarity with the Lord of the Rings franchise, and you just watched Fellowship, Two Towers, Return of the King, you'd be like, this is the greatest trilogy of all time.
Yeah, it's a great set of movie, but that's part of the argument when you two bring up Star Wars. It's an apt point because I'm sitting here, I'm watching Harry Potter as a 42-year-old man, and I'm going, man,
what's the point here?
I'm going, this acting is cheesy. I'm like, I'm ripping these things apart. Wow, simultaneously acknowledging, okay, but I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and it's not like Star Wars has incredible acting range. No. So I'm thinking to myself, is it because I saw Star Wars when I was a kid and I grew up with those movies, so I have the nostalgia where I have no nostalgia for Harry Potter? Is that part of it? I mean, Dan, clearly you're more of a fan of Harry Potter than I am. Kevin, what are your thoughts?
No, because my sister and her 2 kids, I went with her and the 2 kids. I can't even remember which Harry Potter movie it was.
Yeah.
And I just thought, this is about as boring as a friggin' snowballs right to the forehead.
What a description by Mr. Wilson there.
Okay.
Right.
And I'm and you guys say, hey, I'm the senior writer, which is true in every, sense of the word. As far as been with Belly Up and my age and everything else. So you could take this with a grain of salt. They didn't write this series or make movies, the books for me.
No, the movies were not great.
No, but I'm saying they didn't write this with me in mind.
Well, I know what you mean. Yeah, but it's watching paint dry is phenomenal.
No, but that's
that's
why I wanted to have this discussion with you, because we're all different generations. Like Kevin,
I was like, because those movies went on for 3.5 hours.
And they had a 2-parter at the end of the franchise.
Yeah,
that's that's the kind of thing that we're now getting into, and we're really going off the rails now because Wicked came out last year and lasted 2.5 hours.
Oh, you mean the film called Anorexia?
Okay, all right, that's fair.
I'm sorry, but listen,
no, it's true.
I watched.
Okay, that's fair.
I watched those two, and I'm like, just eat a freaking burger, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
I will trade you my fat and give it to you.
I will trade you my fat. That needs to go on a shirt.
I will give you my fat in exchange for you to shut the hell up and go away in a corner. Seriously, they look terrible.
Mm-hmm.
They look terrible. They look like sticks.
And that is not, and I'm older. I get it. That is not attractive.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
Okay?
The delivery
Someone that
was
weighs
great.
89.5 pounds.
Oh my God.
Okay. And but that's a whole different discussion.
Okay. You guys just seen pictures of my
movies,
fiance.
Okay. And we could talk about Tom Cruise and his Mission Impossible movies, because the last one was absolute garbage.
Time out. To pivot to what Kevin said. Time out. Pivot what Kevin just said. 89 pounds. You guys know who my fiance is, and you guys know what she looks like. Yes. I can proudly say, as a member of the Council of Men, bones are for dogs, meat is for men.
Put that on a shirt too.
That's going on a t-shirt.
Put that on a shirt. You need.
I can proudly say that. Listen, I can't cuddle a stick. I can't hug a stick. Give me a pork chop. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
so you know what? Like I said, because I put that we're going to do this out onto Facebook and X, and hey, you don't know what we're going to get into, so you're going to want to tune in, and this is exactly what we're referring to right here.
Yeah.
Oh
this
my God,
this is why I did not prep for what this is. I just said I have something I want to discuss, and here we are.
Phenomenal. And look at this. We're still going on for an hour and 40 minutes. Isn't it awesome?
It
is. From a stick.
Oh, man.
Oh, man, that's phenomenal. They look like sticks.
Jeez.
I'm sorry. I'm brutal that way.
Because pickup sticks is a game. You don't want that in your funeral.
Oh, my God.
Oh, man.
Jesus. Oh, man. We've gone off the rails big time.
We have.
Oh, man. It's just like, what was I watching the other day? How to Train Your Dragon, the animated films, the DreamWorks films.
Yeah.
And I was watching them, and I was watching the first one, and I go, there's no way in hell this should have worked. There's no way in hell. And it did.
Oh, well, I haven't seen those. I hear they're good, though.
Go watch.
Go.
So I will Target, I think it was Target or Best Buy, you could get, or go to Amazon.
Yeah.
Go to Amazon and you can find a single case with the 3 films on Blu-ray. It's like $15.
All right.
They're awesome. I highly recommend, you watch the first, you go in order. And each of the 3 films has their own emotional film, and you're like, this is great. Oh, it's awesome.
Okay,
Deeks enters the room again. I'm 136 pounds, but that's because I go to the gym a lot. If I didn't, I could be 80 pounds easy. Okay. No, cut yourself some slack, Dees. Jeez.
That's right.
God. Oh,
let me just put this out. We're talking about movies because we went the other night and we saw Now You See Me, Now You Don't.
Was that good?
Fabulous.
Great.
Is that the third one in the franchise?
Is the third one.
Okay.
And all 3 of those films are quality.
Yes. Can confirm. Final thoughts to close up shop for the night, guys?
I don't know what else we could possibly come up with after.
Let's see what we got here. I don't know. See my movie collection.
Or on Thanksgiving, what we actually did is we went and saw Zootopia.
What was that?
It was very good.
Huh.
You can watch a cartoon without being insulted.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because a lot of cartoons, they make it so...
That's a great way of putting it.
Yeah, anything, anyone that has even somewhat of a brain is insulted by a lot of that stuff.
Literally.
But Zootopia was very good.
It's a stupid movie. God, just lighten up, people. Not hard. All right, Dustin, what do you got?
I got nothing except it's been wonderful podcasting with you gentlemen. Thank you for indulging me. Whenever you want to put up your Christmas tree, I'm all for it.
Put it up there, put the star at the top and all that, and keep the cat out of it.
I have a star, Dan, but it's the Nintendo 64 Super Mario 64 star that goes on top of my tree here.
I was gonna do the Banjo-Kazooie puzzle piece.
Oh, nice!
I want to find one of those.
We could work together. We'll find one.
Oh my God, these jeez. When we play fetch with the dog.
Oh man! All right, we can't top that. We can't top that.
Well done, Dees. Well, very well done. That was beautiful.
Oh, my
When we
goodness.
play fetch with the dog, it tries to bring me back to my husband. That is phenomenal.
All right. That's it for us.
That is great.
We're
All right,
done.
we're getting
We're
out of here,
done.
guys.
We're done.
Have a good night. Enjoy the game. Oh, boy.